What's going on, everybody? Jacob here, Miami Dolphins Syndicate. The situation for Tyreek Hill just seems to get worse now as the NFL has officially started their investigation by requesting footage of the alleged assault that took place in Miami Marina about a week ago involving Tyreek Hill and one of the Marina workers there. The police had already started its investigation, and now the NFL has done so by requesting the film. Like I said, this is according to Fox Sports' Andy Slater. Hill has been investigated by the police, who reportedly finished their look into the case for now. The employee who would have to pursue criminal charges for the wideout for him to suffer any legal consequences. So the legal side of things, I don't expect anything too big. Now, I believe it's come out that he's going to press charges, and that is something that I expected, and most likely he will win based on everything that's come out so far. And it's also come out that Tyreek Hill offered the guy $200 on the spot, just kind of as like a sorry, after he slapped him in the back of the head. So Tyreek Hill probably isn't going to be criminally charged, but yeah, I can still see a fine coming from legal proceedings. However, I can also see some sort of punishment coming from the NFL. This unto itself is not a really bad incident. The NFL has dealt with much worse, looking at domestic violence, looking at all the way up to murder from its athletes. So on the scale of severeness, this is certainly not one of the worst case things you can have from your players. But this is not the first time we've seen Tyreek Hill get himself in trouble. Going all the way back to his Oklahoma State days, back in 2014, where he was arrested for domestic assault and battery. Then in 2019 was charged with child abuse, temporarily had his kid taken away from him. He's seen this side of the law before. We've seen this side of Tyreek Hill before, where he can get violent. And this is not the first time he's done so. This is not the first time he's gotten in trouble for doing so. So that then leads the question, what is going to happen to Tyreek Hill? Now, from the jump, when all this first started to break out, my first initial gut reaction was there's going to be a slap on the wrist. However, I didn't think it was going to be anything serious. But the more this unfolds, I still don't think he's going to be suspended. I still don't think he's going to be suspended. The Chiefs suspended him in the offseason for an incident that happened back in 2019. It was April 25th, 2019, when the issue, I believe, happened. The Chiefs suspended him in-house, and it didn't even affect the season. It was just kind of an off-season suspension, so what does that even really mean? The NFL has not suspended him one time for any issues of this matter. But it comes to a point where you see somebody do these things over and over and over again, and eventually the punishments have to get more severe. So while I still don't think he will be suspended, it's getting to the point with Tyreek Hill that it would not surprise me if he does end up getting suspended based off just the actions we've seen from him over the period of his career. I do think still what more likely happens is he ends up with a fine, and maybe he gets suspended from like some off-season workouts or something. However, an actual in-game suspension, I just don't see that happening unless just more and more comes out. Because like I said, when we started this, I didn't think it'd be anything of note, but it just continues to look like it's going to get worse and worse. In the beginning, it just looked like it was like a slap in the head, slap the back of the head, a little playful, but definitely misjudged and shouldn't have done it. Then it comes out that he charged the guy. Then it comes out that he wasn't supposed to be there in the first place, and then he offered him $200 and on the spot. Like, it just keeps getting worse and worse for Tyreek. And now that the NFL is going to be able to actually look at the footage with their own eyes and make their own decision as to what's going to happen to Tyreek, it doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel great, especially somebody who's a star of your franchise, somebody who may be a captain, that he's getting into these legal issues right before training camp starts virtually, and a time where the Dolphins have a lot of positive momentum, something I talked about a few videos ago. I like where the Dolphins are at mentality-wise. I think we have a real edge, especially over the Bills, who've had their own issues this offseason. I really like the little vibe, the environment, the atmosphere around the team, and I don't want anything to jeopardize that. And this is something that certainly is going to get in the way and going to make you, have to think about it as the offseason rolls out, as week one comes around. Is he going to be playing? What's the situation going to be like? It's not something you want to deal with. And just more and more, further down this line we go, the closer it looks like maybe he actually does end up getting suspended. I do not think that happens. Obviously, I hope that doesn't happen. But if it did, it wouldn't be the most surprising thing in the world. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but I just want to see Tyreek just turn this around, be the last time you ever hear his name involved in legal issues. With football, with NFL athletes, it's sometimes become synonymous. Just NFL athletes doing stupid stuff in the off season. I joke about like once February, around February 15th hits, just pull out your bingo card, and NFL athletes are just going to end up doing something stupid in the off season, regardless of what it is. There's just so many things that happen every single offseason, and Tyreek Hill is not a stranger to that. So we just have to wait around and see, let the NFL do their investigation and figure out whether he gets suspended, whether he gets fined, whatever happens. Let me know down below what do you think is going to happen to Tyreek Hill. Should he be suspended? Should it just be a fine? What are your thoughts on the matter? Make sure to like, subscribe. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Take care, everybody.